everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus, and this is the Optibotimus call-in show here live on YouTube. If you are here on YouTube and you want to be part of the show, actually see what I'm doing, because I'm dancing right now. You can see me dancing there in the Ustream. They can see me dance. I'm terrible at dancing. Or you can see me showing off hot toy figures like Wolverine, Days of Future Past Wolverine, or I don't have anything else by me. You can see me drinking cervezas, something like that. If you want to, in the video description is the link to my Ustream. You can go ustream.tv/ I think it's like user / Optibotimus or something of that nature or something like that. So that's why you can't see me, because I'm using my camera for something else. So we're gonna hop over. We're gonna start some. We're doing the call-in segment, and all you have to do is call me via Skype. And there's already a whole bunch of people calling already. Holy guacamole! All these people are calling in. So using Skype, you call in to Optibotimus. My name is Optibotimus on Skype, Skypey, as it were, and you can ask me a question, say hi, whatever you want to do, something like that. I see a whole bunch of people calling in. Hey, it's Optibotimus on Skype. So we're going to talk to Ryan. I see Ryan was calling in, or asking about calling in for a long time. So I see him calling in. So we're going to talk to Ryan. Ryan, are you there?
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Whoa, hello?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time.
You did what now to who?
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, well, I'm right here. Where have you been?
I've been busy with high school and all that. Been busy.
High school can be a very, very busy thing. Take it from me, I went through 4 years of it.
I know. I got like geometry and all that going on. I've been sick for like 2 weeks ago. I think I don't remember, because I had like a sore throat and a cold going on. So
that's not good.
Yeah, I'm better now. I still got like this stupid darn cough going on.
Oh well.
So I'm like 100% like better now.
Well, I mean, the cough is always the last thing to go. That's usually the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it happens. But what can I do for you, sir? What do you have for me this week?
Well, heard. Also, are you also a gamer?
Wait, what? Say that again.
Are you also a gamer?
Beamer?
No, gamer. GAM.
A gamer?
Yes.
Oh, no. I mean, the only games that I really play are like old Nintendo or Sega Genesis games. That doesn't count, does it?
Well, I was thinking maybe Xbox.
I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox. I don't play it very much though. And some of the new games that are coming out, somebody was saying that they don't even have them. Like the new Batman game, Arkham Knight or whatever it is. They were saying that they're not going to have it on Xbox 360, which is what I have.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to have to get a new game system at some point in time. But honestly, I play it literally like maybe once every 6 months. So there's no real incentive for me to pay that kind of money for a video game machine if I'm going to play it twice a year. You know, I mean, when new games come out, I kind of play them, and then I get bored with them really quick. I can't sit there playing video games, and I'm not the kind of person that likes playing games online because I stink at it. Like everybody else is a million times better. So I'll go on and I'll play like an online game and I'll die like right away. And it frustrates me. So I'm like, I'm never playing this again. And I turn it off and I never come back and play it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just, so yeah, definitely I'm not a gamer at all.
Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened to Sean?
What happened to Sean? Which Sean? Sean Long?
Yeah. What on Facebook about like him and Natalie?
I did hear about him, but that's I don't want to get too much into it because that's his
I know.
that's his business. I do. I mean, I've talked to him private. Actually, you know what? I haven't sent him a message since then. I haven't talked to him in actually a little while, but I kind of leave it alone because that's his own personal stuff that he's going through. So
Yeah.
I let that be. It's not my business, even though he puts it out there for everybody and their mother. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. But what else do you have anything else specifically, Ryan, that you wanted to ask or?
Yeah. I was wondering if you ever got that Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. I mean, I know. I think I saw you review that. But you also did you ever think of being that other Masterpiece figure that it's a repaint and a repicker of Wheeljack?
Exhaust.
Yeah,
that one, I don't know. That thing has been going through a lot of different kind of controversy because it looks too much like a Marlboro cigarette package, and they've sent them letters saying that you can't make it and it can't be sold here in the United States looking like that. So I think it's available. I'll probably have to import it from overseas, but honestly, it's one of those weird. I mean, it's an homage to an original like Diaclone figure or something like that. I don't care that much about just because it uses Wheeljack's mold, and I mean, did back in the day. I only like Wheeljack, so it's like I don't have to get a million different characters that are based off of his design. I just like Wheeljack, so give me Wheeljack. I could care less about a transforming car that looks like a cigarette pack. Seems silly, but
yeah. I have to say, I'm still hyped. I was on Big Bad Toy Fair earlier. I found out about my Masterpiece Star Saver figure, and probably coming in. Well, me and my mom are thinking maybe it might come in Monday or Tuesday because it said originally on Friday, Tuesday. So I'm hoping to make it Monday.
Yeah, well, it depends on where you are, but yeah, it shouldn't take too long. You should have it pretty quick.
It's mostly in the. I found it's in Minnesota.
Oh yeah. So that's pretty close.
And plus, I know like you never saw the original like Transformers shipping and all that. I mean, I started watching like Transformers Master Force. Was it Master Force back in 2014?
Okay.
I haven't seen the entire show yet.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I've gotten halfway through Headmasters, and that's about as best as I've been able to do.
I mean, basically, I know it's Star Saver and Desaurus, and all the others a little bit. But I mean, I really wish that like Japan. Originally, I actually thought of like, you remember Transformers Cybertron?
Yeah, I never watched it, but I know of it.
Originally, I thought of this cool idea. What would happen if, like, you remember the Transformers Cybertron Deluxe Unicron figure?
The Unicron figure?
Yeah, the deluxe one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I originally thought, what would happen if, like, there was a movie if they brought back the original cast from Transformers Cybertron and, like, made a movie with Unicron being the main villain, they bring back Galvatron, Starscream's under Unicron Command and all that.
That'd be interesting.
Like, yeah, I thought.
Yeah, that would be a completely different direction to go with it. That's for sure.
Be like Michael Bay versus more like the original animation piece.
Right. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting.
And I remember, like, if I remember the finale of the show, and it said, and it had like a picture of like the main enemy character is like all grown up a little.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay,
right.
So we're still on the other picture. Did they get chaos? Nope. Hasbro.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the new movie's coming out, so I don't know. I think they're pretty set for a while for their movie ideas, but
If you, I mean, this is my idea, Josh. I mean,
right.
because originally I was, and we can maybe get me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe, but Ryan, I'm gonna take some other calls, but
I wish you were at this year's podcast, man. I really wish you came to this.
I wanted to. I mean, it just really is unfortunate that at the same exact time as when we're doing a memorial for my wife's grandma. And I can't miss out on that. We had that set before BotCon even announced what they're doing, but I'm sure everybody will have fun. It'll be a good time down there.
Tell your wife I said sorry for your loss.
Oh, it was a little while ago, and fortunately, it was one of those things where her grandma was in bad shape for a little while, so it wasn't a surprise or anything, and she was able to, come to terms, I guess, with it in a good time. But yeah, it's gonna be. We're going up north. It'll be a good time. She'll be put to rest with her twin sister, and it'll be a good time. But we'll see. It'll be a good time at BotCon, though. I know people are gonna have a good time out there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, originally my grandma actually passed away back in 2014, ending of December.
Gotcha.
But,
yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But okay, yeah. Ryan, I'm gonna try a few other people. I want to try to get through as many as I can. So,
hey, talk to me, Paul. And,
all right.
You mind if I put a little shout out to my YouTube channel?
Sure. What is it? Tell us.
It is Rymus Faller on YouTube.
Rymus Faller on YouTube.
Well, I mean, technically it's my Skype.
Okay. That works. All right, cool. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good talking to you, man.
Talk to you, my friend. All right. That was the Rymus Faller. So now we're going to go over, we're going to take, where's it at? Where's he at? I'm going to try getting, where's he at? I see it ringing. I don't see it on here, though. Oh, no, maybe it stopped. All right. We're going to, there we go. We have Sentai Fan, the one and only.
Whoops. Hey,
what's up, my friend? Real quick, what you got? Your video, the clip. I want to thank you again for doing that hard work. I know it's a pain in the butt with it, but that is looking terrific. And I debuted that with my Motormaster review. Menasor. Now, I keep wanting to say Motormaster. I keep doing that. Everybody yells at me about it. But yeah, in the Motormaster, there it was again. In the Menasor review, and I love the way it looks. I think it looks terrific. So I cannot thank you enough, sir.
You're welcome.
So what can I do for you? I got to go quick because I was on the phone with Ryan a lot longer than I should have been.
Yeah. All right. Well, basically, my question was, you mentioned before on Ustream that there's like some Disney like underrated movies like The Great Mouse Detective and all the other ones.
Sure. Yeah.
And my question was, which one would be your favorite, either Great Mouse Detective or The Black Cauldron?
In terms of underrated Disney movies?
Yeah.
I was talking about this earlier with my wife because Mulan was on. And I think Mulan's a very underrated Disney movie.
Yeah.
I would probably say Black Cauldron is a little bit more underrated than any of the other ones. That's because a lot of people don't necessarily think of that as a Disney movie because it's so dark.
Yeah.
I mean that doesn't really follow the same recipe for success with Disney movies. It's a much darker film, but it's good. It's really good. It's one of those ones that Walt Disney probably never would have made, but still really good nonetheless. But yeah, we were talking earlier today because, like I said, Mulan was on, I was like, that's actually a really good movie. I think it's kind of that came towards the end of the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, along with Atlantis, that movie and Mulan,
Yeah.
they came at a time when they were kind of going downhill, and I think a lot of people write them off.
Yeah.
So, but Black Cauldron's probably up there. It's probably one of the most underrated, no question, of the Disney animations.
The funny thing with that, I was looking information on, and apparently it lost opening weekend to the Care Bears movie.
Well, that's well, I mean, Care Bears were big. I mean, they were a really big thing back in the 80s. It was, you had Transformers, you had G.I. Joe, you had all these boy cartoons, and nothing really for girls. So I mean, you had My Little Pony was there, and Care Bears. I mean, those are the girl ones, So if you're not getting things with the boys, you got to go with the girls, and that's kind of what it was. So that doesn't surprise me all that much, to be honest. It really doesn't. But yeah, I'd go with Black Cauldron as being more underrated of the ones that you mentioned.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of those old 80s cartoon movies that are like so dark, but kids really loved it.
Well, I think it was you that brought up like something along the lines of Last Unicorn.
Yeah, I saw that last weekend. I love that.
It's a great film that not a lot of people know too much about, because again, it's an animation movie, but it's a darker one. So a lot of those darker animated movies don't get as much play because parents don't let their kids watch them.
Yeah.
But that was another great one. I mean, I remember watching that. I didn't watch that. My mom loved unicorns when I was growing up, so we watched it because of that. And there are some scenes in that are kind of scary for a kid. There's a few in there that really do scare a kid, but it's a great movie. It's a great movie. But cool, Sentai fan, the man of the hour. And if anybody needs to know where I get the cool intros, such as what you see for Sabertron.com, it's because of TF Sentai fan right here. It's his hard work and my pain in the butt-idness with no, that's not right. Do it again. No, that's not right. Do this. No, that's still not right. Do it this way. Over and over again. But he takes it and he does a great job with it. So again, thank you, Sentai fan. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I appreciate doing the hard work too.
I like making you work hard. All right, I'm going to take some more phone calls. You get back in the Ustream and talk to people.
All right.
And stop telling people that I kicked out Mrs. Optibotimus. You guys throwing me under the bus, get me in trouble. I'm going to go get yelled at now. So I will talk to you later, sir.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It's a troublemaker. All right, I'm gonna go to Pixar Prime. Pixar, are you there? I will talk to you later. Oh, Pixar, turn your volume down.
Hi, Paul. Sorry about that.
That's okay. What's up, good man? What can I do for you?
All right. So I have a question in regards to the highly regarded as either good or very bad Michael Bay Transformer movies.
Oh, good Lord.
All right.
Lord.
So
I'm trying to make these calls. I'm trying to make these quick, and you're asking me questions that require way too much time to explain. Okay, go.
All right. Okay. So basically, for every Transformers fan, you need to get into Transformers with something. For someone like you, it was the original cartoon back in the 80s.
Absolutely.
For me, when the Michael Bay first movie came out, I was in about second grade. I was 7 years old.
Okay.
And my uncle grew up in the same time era you did, the 80s. He watched Transformers, Ninja Turtles, all that stuff.
Good man.
So he said, Transformers was a cartoon when I was a kid. You should go see the movie. It's probably going to be really good. So I did, and I loved it. So ever since then, I've been a huge Transformers fan. So that's basically my G1.
There it is.
So my question is, how do you feel about not the movies in general, but what they did to bring the Transformers series back to life?
I talked about this many times with other people, but it's worth bringing up again because I really do strongly believe this. You can hate Michael Bay. I met him in person. He's actually a pretty cool guy. it's one of those things where if you grow up with Transformers, you're probably not going to like the Transformer movies because it does so much different than what we grew up with. But love him or hate him, Michael Bay is able to tell a movie or make a movie that does not necessarily appeal to fans. I've said this many times that if they made a Transformer movie the way that the fans would want it, fans would love it, but nobody else would understand it and nobody else would like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same situation with oh crap, what was the it was a movie that was a book. My wife and I went to go see it. I can't remember the name of it. It had Jeff Bridges in it. God, it's gonna drive me nuts. I need to. I'm sure somebody's saying it over in the Ustream chat room, so I need to go over there. Somebody's gonna tell me what it is. Somebody needs to say it in the chat room. The Giver. Thank you, Mrs. Optibotimus.
Oh, The Giver. Yeah.
That movie, I had never read the books, so I went in there completely blind. Mrs. Optibotimus knew the books. She knew the story. She liked the movie. I didn't like the movie because the ending made no sense to me at all because I did not know that there was supposed to be more after that.
Right.
So that was my example that Michael Bay is able to tell a story that somebody who doesn't understand Transformers is able to watch this and understand Transformers. That's the example that I'll give. Or a lot of people, I'm like, if you made a Superman movie for the fans, what you end up with is Superman Returns. And that movie bombed horribly because everybody hated it. Only like hardcore fans like me that are like, ooh, this is a sequel to Superman 2. Yay, excited, whatever. I mean, but The Giver was a good example of it.
Right.
And without Michael Bay telling that story, he's a good person to carry that in. And you mentioned it yourself, Pixar, that was basically your G1. It brought in a brand new group of people to watch the movies. It gave new life to the franchise. The franchise, I don't care what anybody says, the franchise was dying until Transformers came around. Because of Transformers, we got Transformers Animated. We got Transformers Prime. We got all this other stuff. Before that, we had the Unicron trilogy. And that basically pooped all over Transformers. I mean, there are people that grew up with it and they like it, but it did not do well for sales and things like that. So you can hate Michael Bay all you want. I don't think he's the greatest actor. He is nowhere near a Francis Ford Coppola or anything of that nature. But he brought people like you to this franchise. You said you watched the movie when you were 7 years old. It created you it made you a fan of somebody who may not have watched the movies before, who would not have gone back to watch Transformer cartoons from 1980, whatever, because they're terrible cartoons. I can watch them today. I'm like, this is a terrible cartoon. I mean, I'm able to understand that. But the bottom line is Michael Bay created a brand new group of fans that really made Transformers mean something again. I can drive down the street almost any day of the week, and people will look at my car and they will think that's Bumblebee. And that's Michael Bay that did that. So
he re-envisioned the franchise.
Re-envisioned the franchise. Like I said, he breathed new life into it for people. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for it. I think he did a great job in that respect. Movies may not be very good, but you know what? They make billions and billions of dollars. I don't think he cares what Transformer fans think. He makes movies for my mom, who does not know crap about Transformers. She loves every single Transformer movie. She loves every single one of them. She loved Revenge of the Fallen. She thought it was great. She loved Age of Extinction. She thought it was exciting. All of it is because Michael Bay did a good job telling a story that she was able to identify with. But that's it. But that's okay. So see what happens. See what happens. That you just get me going.
I want you. I feel bad. I want you to go get to other calls.
All right, I'm gonna take a few more because now I can only take like 2 more calls because you make me talk too much.
Thanks for taking the time,
Pixar,
Paul. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. I will talk to you again, I'm sure.
All righty. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye, buddy. That is Pixar Prime, everybody. So let's see. I always take too long. Hey, what we got Breton here? Breton, is this you? Oh no, I think I lost Breton. Oh wait, here he is. Breton, are you there? Breton? Breton? I hear me talking to Breton. Hey, Breton, turn your volume down so I don't hear you, or so I don't hear myself. Turn your computer volume down.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm actually. Oh my god.
Oh. Breton, we've met in person, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You don't have to be excited. You're on my Facebook page.
Yes, I know, but I'm really excited. Oh my god.
Okay. This kid is so cool. I love this kid. He's adorable. This is the guy. I've told this story a million times. I love telling the story. I'm standing in line at BotCon, and I think was it your sister? Your sister?
Yeah, sister.
Okay. I'm sitting there. I'm just kind of hanging out, and all of a sudden his sister comes over, taps me on the shoulder. She turns around and she's like, "He is a really big fan of yours. We came all the way from I think it's Nova Scotia. Is that correct?"
Yeah.
Nova Scotia. Came all the way from Nova Scotia, and he really wanted to meet you. Everything else was like secondary. He really wanted to meet you more than anything else. And he's sitting there, he's all shy and everything, and I got a picture of me with him. It's one of the coolest stories, and we were literally standing in line waiting to get our tickets. But this is him. This is Breton. Everybody knows Breton. He comes in the show. Everybody has seen him. He's a big-time celebrity. There's no question about it. So everybody knows who Breton is. So what's up, Breton? How are you?
Good, you?
You know what? I think I'm a little hungry. I had 2 hot dogs and a hamburger for dinner. I'm a little bit hungry right now, though. Does that count? Does that count when you ask me how I am? Is that what you were kind of hoping for?
Sure.
What can I do for you, good man?
A half hour ago, I actually just ended a Skype call with my friend. He lives down in Texas.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I met him actually at BotCon, and we were discussing the new Devastator coming out, and we were thinking that if they eventually made a Predicate,
okay,
because Devastator was the big main bad guy for seasons 1 and 2.
sure.
Predicate was the bad guy for seasons 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And Predicate was always bigger than the other combiners. So if they made it, because I hear that Devastator is supposed to be 18 inches tall.
I actually think it's a little bit taller than that.
Really?
I think so. I want to say that's like 20. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say it's like 20 inches tall.
Oh, well, we were thinking
it's big.
what if they made the combiner to be the height of Metrobox, maybe even taller, because he was always taller than the other combiners, and it only serves right that because his name is Predicate that he becomes around the same size as.
So you think Predicate should be bigger?
Yes.
Oh.
Around the same size, but no smaller, because it wouldn't do justice.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I think if they decided to do Predicate, if they did one where, and honestly, I would anticipate that if I was working for Hasbro and if I was making it, I would do kind of like the same thing that they're doing with Devastator. I would make all the figures Voyager size, because the original G1 Predicate is in terms of the toy, is the biggest combiner of all of them. I mean, all the figures are massive because they came from a different toy line. They weren't done by Hasbro. So it's a different toy line, which is why they're so much bigger. So I think if they were going to do Predicate and do him right, he would have to be as big as, well, I mean, somebody in the chat room saying that he should be all leader class figures. I think leader would be too big. I think I don't know. I mean, I think it would be cool, but I'm old school in the fact that I like Devastator being the biggest bad guy on the block. I like Predaking, don't get me wrong, but I'm nostalgic in that way that I like Devastator being the biggest bad guy out there. So I think a lot of people would like it if Predaking was was all leader class figures. I think for me it might be a little bit too big. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I think I really do. I don't have any secret information about Predaking or anything like that, but I really do get a feeling that we might get a Predaking. I just got it, like I don't remember what that word is. It's a fancy word. Not an instinct, just like a mother's intuition, or not. Let's forget the mother part. Let's just say intuition. I have an intuition that we may get one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anything else? What else you got for me? I'll give you another. I'll give you one more question, real quick.
I have no idea.
Oh, you got nothing.
I'm so prepared for this.
Terrible. All right. Well, you can think of another question. You can call me next week. How about that?
Sure.
All right. Then I will talk to you next week then.
Okay.
All right, Brandon. Talk to you later, buddy.
See ya.
That kid's cool. Okay, one more. We're going to go to Kyle. Hey, it's Kyle. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Optibotimus?
Good. How are you? Good, man. Commander Commander William T. Riker's son right here.
What?
You might not know who. William T. from Star Trek. William T. Riker. You don't know who Captain Picard and number 1? No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm old. Thanks for making me feel old. Just nod your head, all right, and go with it. just shake your head and be like, yeah, that's right. I'm Commander. Whatever. All right, what do you want? Now that I feel like a moron, an old moron. Now I feel like an old moron. God.
First of all, I must have to say this. I've been watching like your videos for like years.
Well,
I was like 11 years old back in like 2008, and I've been like watching your videos like crazy, man.
Wow, you were 11 in 2008, and that was 7 years ago. So you're like
Correct.
18 now?
That's correct.
Dude, yeah, see, math skills. Woohoo! Stay in school, kids, because then you'll be able to add 11 plus 7. You'll be able to do simple arithmetic. So thank you, Kyle. I'm glad you've been sticking around for that long, especially since I'm, a moron and stuff. We've decided that. What can I do for you on this fine Saturday evening?
First up, like, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel?
Really very simple. I had just bought the very first Transformer movie, Voyager class Ironhide. And I'd grown up with Transformers. I could transform them all day long. But when I got that thing, I couldn't figure out how to transform it. It came in truck mode, and I could not figure out how to get him into a robot. So I went onto YouTube, and I found a YouTuber. I don't think he's done a Transformer review in a long time. His name is Matrix Prime.
I remember him. He did great videos.
Yeah, he was very cerebral with his videos. I mean, very matter of fact, and he was just detailed. I mean, like this, I don't know. He was kind of boring in that way, I guess. I mean, it was before the time, I mean, this was back in 2007, so it was before people were doing this for entertainment, or anything of that nature. It was people doing these for the sake of information. So I watched his video on it, and I figured out how to transform. I was like, hey, I could do that. And the biggest thing was he showed how to transform from Ironhide's truck mode to his robot. And I'm like, now how do I get it back to his truck?
I wondered the exact same thing when I saw the first movie. I was like, well, how do I transform it from vehicle to robot and then get it back to vehicle? So of course, So I saw Matrix Prime. I was like, oh my god, why doesn't it show as a transformer back to
exactly.
mode?
Nobody did
and
that.
out of nowhere, it showed me. It was like recommended channel for you, Optibotimus. I was like,
Woo! There it is.
Transformer collector. So I checked it out. I was like, holy crap.
This is the guy that you should be watching. That's what you thought in your mind.
I was like,
something like
this
that.
is the guy I'm sticking with.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
nice.
I was like, he shows it both ways. I just feel like watching like pretty much a lot of the videos I've been interested in on your channel for years. Let's see, WWE, Transformers, and of course the Toy Story collection stuff. I was like, oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah, that was when I broke Wally's head. Everybody seems to remember that one when I pulled his head off. I decapitated Wally in a video. I think it was my if you never saw it, it's my transforming Wally review. It's not a very good quality. I recorded, I think I was still using my web camera back then. I mean, this is, I mean, it was a Wally toy. So what was that, like 2008? Yeah, like 2008, something like that. So not a very good video, but I'm recording it and I'm doing it, and I trying to pull his head out of his body, and his head went flying. So yeah, and I screamed like a little girl. So yeah, I pulled that thing right off. So look that up. Optibotimus transforming Wally. Watch that video.
Yeah, I definitely will.
It's so ridiculously stupid. That's a little gem of mine that if somebody made like a highlight video of stupid things that I've done in my videos, that would be one of them.
And I know one of them that there would be in there. Of course, this is why, of course, my mom thought you were weird. And it was when you did the entrance rates to Rock figure where you took off his shirt and then you're like, oh, the ladies, woo, the Rock without his shirt on.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. You said your mother thought I was a weirdo for that one? I thought I was a weirdo. Yeah, I thought I was a weirdo for doing that. I had to question myself after that. I was like, what am I exactly doing? I don't know what's going on in my life anymore if I'm doing stupid stuff like this. So yeah, your mom was on the right path.
Yeah, I say funny stuff like that all the time in my WWE action figure videos all the time.
Then you stop and you're like, I really can't believe I just said that, but you know what? That's kind of funny. So I'm going to leave that in there so I can laugh. If you can't laugh at yourself,
and it keeps the viewers' attention when you do stuff like that.
It does. I did that not too long ago with oh geez, what figure was it? I don't know, but Optimus Prime's head like sprung out and then flew like 20 feet in the air. I don't remember what that was. I don't remember. I was transforming it.
Either. I think I saw that video too.
I'm sitting there, I'm transforming it, and then you just like spring his head, and it's on like this really strong spring, and it literally just like popped his head up, and it jumped. The head went flying. I kid you not, like 7 feet in the air. I'm just like, whoa, what the heck was that? That's it. Leader class, Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime. That's what it was. I don't know why it happened, but it did, and I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, there it is. Very special, very strange. That's me in a nutshell. But Kyle, Commander William T. Riker's son, I'm going to wrap this up. Is there anything else that I could do for you this evening, sir?
After all these years, what keeps you going out there on YouTube?
You know what? It's a job for me, but it's one of those things where it's a really fun job. And that old saying that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, that's 100% true. I get annoyed because of all the stupid comments that I'll sometimes get, but you know
I get
what?
that all the time.
For every one stupid comment that there is, there's 20 great ones. What's that?
I was like, I'm just like, haters gonna hate whenever I see all these
haters.
comments.
Yeah, they're going to.
I enjoy your wrestling. I've been like practicing the moves, trying to get into this freaking company. I've been collecting the figures for over 4 years. I have like over 200 of them.
Wow.
I have and I don't understand why I barely have any subscribers. I have like 186.
You know,
I was like, this should be higher. I've been busting my butt off for 2 years.
It's not. You know, you got to take into consideration that there are a lot of people now that are doing these video reviews. So if you're not out there promoting them and getting them out there in front of people's faces, that's one of the biggest things. Find a website, find a forum where there's a lot of traffic, and find an area in there where you can post your videos. If you're not getting the traffic just by itself, try it that way. Or, you know, reach out to other people that are in the same community as you that may be more popular doing your same kind of videos. Maybe talk to them, see if you can get them to give you a little bit of a shout out in one of their videos. What's his name? It's Ebenezer Middlesdorf or whatever. What's his name?
Oh my god.
I love him.
Oh my god. You just named one of my favorite YouTubers of all time.
He's
Watching him
hilarious.
every day of the week.
He is hilarious.
I know. He's so hilarious.
I've talked to him privately several times. He's a great guy. Talk to him. Send him a message. Be like, hey, I'm an up and coming dude. And don't give him an option. Tell him, say Optibotimus told me or told you to do this. So go be like, Optibotimus told me to tell you that you have to do
gonna
this.
love this. Since every Saturday he does that GTS wrestling stuff, he does like voices for all the characters. He's gonna be surprised I can actually do some of those voices perfectly.
There you go. I mean, talk to him. I mean, you got to get your name out there. And sometimes just doing the stuff doesn't get your name out there. People aren't going to see you that much. So you got to get the exposure. So talk to some people that are out there in the community, some people that are a little bit more well known, and don't give up. Keep on going. Don't quit. Never give up. Never surrender.
Exactly.
That's right. So, all right, Kyle, I'm going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to go have me something to snack on. Is that all right with you?
Yep.
All right, good. You should go have a snack yourself. You should get a snack. That's what you should do. I don't know what I'm talking about. But all right, Kyle, thank you very much for calling in. So I appreciate everything.
All right, any wrestling fans out there, check out my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Check it out.
What is your YouTube channel? Throw it out there.
And my name is Kyle Riker. I have a profile picture with my name in the background. It has The Rock and Jeff Hardy. I do pickups videos, collection videos, stop motions, etc.
Etc. There it is. Boys and girls, check out Kyle Riker. Do it. Go do it now. Do it. Do it now. That's all I got. That's all. All right, Kyle. I will talk to you later, my friend.
Great to see you.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, geez. How would you rate this call? It was good. Okay, so there we go, boys and girls. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, calling, all of you guys. I can't get to everybody. I wish I could. I end up talking too much. That's what it is. I say that I'm like, I'm not going to keep things on here for too long. And I always go get a hamburger. Breton tells me. He says I should go get a hamburger. But so everybody, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to do this again next week. So stay tuned for another call-in show by Optibotimus. I'll talk to you all later. Peace out. Bye.